This video is sponsored by PotownStore.com, the best place to get yourself some TCGO code cards. Looking for that last card to complete your online deck or just to find the latest booster packs in town. They literally have everything, and all these codes will be compatible with the upcoming TCG Live client. So be sure to stock up on some codes right now and use the coupon code ZAPDOSTCG for 5% of your next order. Also, this video is sponsored by CardsMarket.com. This is a European platform where you're able to buy and sell cards to people all across Europe. You can get the latest product, you can get some cool promo cards like for instance this Luxray on the screen right now. Be sure to check out the affiliate link down below and you're going to be helping out the channel tremendously. Last but certainly not least, this video is also sponsored by yourplaymat.com, the best website to create your own unique custom playmat, and of course you can get 10% off your order by clicking the link down below, and you can of course create your own playmat by just starting here, and they ship worldwide. So what are you waiting for? So be sure to check it out. Thanks for sticking around with the commercials. Let's get this show on the road. Peace. What's up YouTube, it's ZAPDOSTCG here and welcome back to another TCG battle video on my channel. On this channel you get daily Pokemon TCG uploads, so be sure to hit that subscribe button if you're new. You're gonna get, of course, more stuff like it. Today Victini VMAX upon the menu, but not any Victini VMAX is the first place winning list of the Late Night Series 11. Big shout out to MasterLeBui from the United States getting first place with Victini, so Victini getting the victory here. Max victory slaps to 22 V Pokemon and VMAXs, so we want to knock out V Pokemon before they're able to evolve. We can do that with gusting them up with Pokemon Catcher as well as Bossasaurus and 4 Pokegear. So most of the time your second turn will be finding Victini VMAX, evolve, attachment, boom, max victory onto something that still needs to evolve. And then you can also slow the other stuff down with Crushing Hammer as well as 4 copies of Fan of Waves. Fan of Waves is nice because there's a lot of capture energy, Horror Psychic energy and Speed Lightning energy going around. And with Pad to the Peak you can even shut down stuff like Crobat and any other abilities from Rule Box Pokemon, which is super nice. A card you might not be familiar with is Kabu. It allows you to shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 8 cards instead of just 4 if you only have 1 Pokemon in play, which happens a lot of the time with Victini VMAX. This is just a one-trick pony deck, and there's a lot of 4-offs in this list, but if you guys are hyped for the first place winning list Victini, be sure to let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. It only takes 1 tiny second of your time and helps out the channel tremendously. Thank you very much. So let's just get this video on the roll, and I'm very curious how this deck actually got first place, because I think most of the time you want to be going first, right? If you go first, you're going to be having an edge against Victini, with Victini VMAX. If you go second, you need to resort to stuff like Path to the Peak, Crushing Hammer, and Fan of Waves to just slow the opponent down too much, too much in the sense that you can actually 2-shot VMAXs, right? Before you are getting 1-shotted. Because this list is also not running Ryan. I think Ryan is a very great card in Victini VMAX, but it is not running that. Let's see, we go and we start off with Victini. Luckily we go second because going first with that deck, with a hand like this is actually not too good in that sense that we didn't find an energy. Okay, we're up against the water deck. I think against water decks there's not a lot you can do. You just gotta scoop it, I guess. There's nothing you can do, to be honest. That's also something like Victini, okay. Lovable. Subble. No energy, perfect. This is perfect. Attachment onto Victini here. We might actually just Marnie. He potentially could knock us out if he has something like Melanie action, but I think this is just fine going for a Marnie. Yeah, slowing the opponent down so much that they are not able to do anything. Maybe we draw ourselves into Kabu. Oof, look at this crazy hand. Probably will draw into something nice later down the line. We could slap down another Victini here, just to be sure, but Spreading Flames is actually not a bad attack. I'm just gonna go for Quick Ball, getting rid of this, finding ourselves another Victini. And we might potentially just go for Spreading Flames here. Even if he has like the ways to knock us out, we at least will have 2 attackers ready. Spreading Flames onto this guy. There we go. So we have 2 Victinis, better than 1, right? That means we have 2 Victinis ready to go. We might draw into like Kabu with the Pokegear, but we also might find stuff like nothing else going around. That's perfect. We're gonna be going for Crushing Hammer. There we go. We're gonna maybe he already scoops Pokegear. Whiff. Pokegear, don't whiff me. Marnie, I'll take it. Come on. Energy and Victini VMAX, please. Energy, no Victini VMAX. We of course can poke a little bit of damage with the energy burst, by the way. It's also not too bad. It's already like 60. That's not a lot, but he still is not able to attack unless he finds an energy in the discard pile. And we have Fan of Waves and Crushing Hammer, so we should be okay unless they go... Okay, Tool Jammer on top of it. There is a Drizzle. Interestingly enough. He could actually poke with this Victini if he finds something like Melanie. Evolution Incense. He might have actually like gotten what Capacious Bucket. I saw some water energies in there, so Evolution Incense evolving that one. This is perfect because this is a special energy, so that means the Fan of Waves can actually slow down the opponent so much so that we're gonna be having a fantastic day. Okay, Fan of Waves Research is a nice option here. Fan of Waves and Research. We could have actually done other things, but here's Victini VMAX finally showcasing itself. Here it is. We have a lot of HP, by the way. This guy slaps a whopping 220. He can do it twice, so just attach this energy here, and let's go for the max victory. Ka-cha! The first Victini goes down. How about it? Okay, Research, as well as Fan of Waves. Again, Fan of Waves, super strong because he's running the Heat Fires. He might actually play Crushing Hammers, but this guy is playing an Inteleon engine, and the reason why our version is a little bit better is that it's just streamlined. You don't need Inteleons on your bench whatsoever, and you probably have like so much room for Fan of Waves and Crushing Hammers. So as long as he keeps attaching like the, we have like Fan of Waves and Crushing Hammers, it's super scary for the opponent. He needs something like Melanie, so something like Capacious Bucket, Melanie, attach off turn, and then attack. It's a little bit harder than a 3-card hand, right? He potentially also could have some quick shooters, so that's like a great benefit of playing an Inteleon. But the cool thing is that we just need to knock out a Victini VMAX, and then we can just knock out an Inteleon, which actually is more scary than you might have think because of the fact that we only slap 100 onto V Pokemon, not on the regular Pokemon. Okay, there's a rope. Getting ourselves on the rope. Here is the shady dealings. Capacious Bucket, Quick Ball, Melanie. I don't know what he has. I don't know what he has. He could Energy Surge and Fan of Waves. Okay, the Fan of Waves, super annoying. Nothing we can handle, however. Energy Surge. Getting the water energy. Does he have Melanie? No, he attaches to the Inteleon and hopes that we're gonna be stuck or something. This guy also hits for weakness, by the way. If we Crushing Hammer that energy away, Fan of Waves, so he's just stripping out all of our energies here. Path to the Peak on top of it. This guy could potentially hit for some significant damage output. Okay, first of all, it's Crushing Hammer time. Okay, this one fails. It's pretty sad. Heat Fire. Yeah, Heat Fire on top of Marnie or Research. I think Research is probably better. Maybe we can find some more Crushing Hammers. Here we freaking go. Victini VMAX number 2 away. Pokemon Catcher is a nice way. We can try and gust this fella. Perfect. This guy is a little bit of an issue though. Yeah, let's just poke this guy. He's probably going to be attacking with that one at one point. It's Victini VMAX in the house. And then we can try and set up another Victini later down the line. This is fine. Max Victory. I don't even know if he's playing switch cards. He could be. He's playing Escape Ropes. Pretty interesting. This guy is almost knocked out. Taking us out 3 prize cards. We still have some time to knock out the rest. So shady dealings again. So no quick shooters, which is good. Couple of Inteleons. He will need to attach and find switch. Energy. He does find the cards that he needs. Switching out. Energy switch. I think we need to focus on this Inteleon right now. Fire energy. Yeah, this guy we can knock out instantly with Boss's Order, so I think we need to focus onto this Inteleon. Maybe 2-shot it. He also needs to like 2-shot us, which is fine. Okay, here comes the Aqua Bullet. 240 freaking damage. That's crazy. energy here. Pokegear. What can we get? It's a Marnie. This Marnie's not too bad, I guess. We can gust this guy up, take some prize cards, then try to establish... Yeah, we still need to poke this guy for sure. Maybe a Marnie's not too bad, right? Maybe we find Balsasaurus on top of it. Yeah, there's the Balsasaurus, not too bad. We also have a Quick Ball to find... Yeah, to find another Victini here. Not the one I want to see, but it's alright. Max Victory. And boom. Okay, this guy's slapping not too much damage. He could have like a potential another Fan of Waves. And we just gonna gust this guy up. Yeah, just Aqua Bullet. Probably fine for us. 240 freaking damage is not enough to one-shot this Victini here. Could slap down another Victini, it's not going to be mattering too much here. Evolution Instance Whiff. Pokegear, a lot of boss left in the deck, which is awesome. Let's just knock out the Inteleon, take one prize card, and then boss up the Victini to win the game. Kabu, let's just hope he does not play another copy of Fan of Waves. He plays 2 copies of Fan of Waves, which is insanity. Ryan. A Water Energy instantly. 240 damage is not enough. What else might he possibly want? Another Fan of Waves. That means we need to top deck an Energy. Crushing Hammers. Probably doesn't have the room for Crushing Hammers. And I think... Seeing as his build is a lot of shady dealings, I think he only plays 2 copies of Fan of Waves, which is good. That means we just boss this up. He's not gonna Marnie our hand, and we're gonna be good. Which card can it be? Attachment. It's the Heat Fire Energy. Not gonna matter too much here, but that's super close Victini mirror. Well played. You have a good deck, we have to agree. We could also use the Fan of Waves here to just slow him down again, but yeah, this Inteleon's super scary in that sense that he hits us for weakness, but our Victini list is better than his. And the Crushing Hammers and the high amount of Fan of Waves really are gonna help out in a lot of situations. Even if you don't go first, you still have an option by slowing the opponent down with stuff like Fan of Waves, Crushing Hammers, and Path to the Peak. Let's play some more games and hopefully we'll be able to showcase how dominant Victini VMAX can be if you happen to go first. Okay, that was very funky. So lots of Victini VMAX up on the menu today. Looks like it's a very popular deck and might actually become better with, of course, the Genesect from Fusion Strike being weak to fire, and that is not evolving whatsoever, so you can gust them up every single time, which is totally awesome. Okay, what will the opponent be playing? We're actually playing with our old school Players Cup 2 deck box, reminiscing of the good days. Again, we lost the coin flip. We're playing Victini, man. Yeah, it's just gonna have to be coming down to Crushing Hammers and Fan of Waves. But if you go first with Victini, you're gonna have such an awesome time. I'm not able to showcase it in today's video. Maybe in the next match, but right now, TCGO decides I can never win coin flips. Maybe it's because we have a Bidoof coin. Maybe that is the reason. Okay, luckily we have Kabu in their hand. Only 1 mulligan, please. No 3 or 4. I've seen like with this specific case, you only have 4 Pokemon, so sometimes two mulligans. All right. Oh, we're up against Zacian V. Cool thing about Zacian V is, you guessed it, they are weak to fire. That's awesome. So the thing I want to do here is actually, or it's a Bronzor as well. So I actually am expecting like Intrepid Sword stuff going around, which means if he finds more energies, we're gonna be done for. Attachment there. And an Intrepid. Okay, 2 energies. That means we need to get out another Victini. Oh, that's super crazy to see. Sure. He could actually have Boss's Orders as well. Not what I wanted to see. This guy will allow us... Maybe we go for a Pokemon Catcher here. Ah, crazy things. Quick Ball. We're gonna get rid of a Boss's Orders because we have Pokemon Catchers. In this situation, we're actually gonna get out a Victini. I don't know if he's gonna have Boss's Orders. If he has, he's probably gonna be busted. Attachment here. Pokemon Catcher for the memes. Okay, cool. That gives us a little bit of breeding room. Breed. Yeah, we have some time by our side now because of the fact that one Victini. Oh, he has ball source. Does he have the switch? Does he have everything? He has every. Like what? Wow, wow. For real, this guy has everything. Well, how about it? How about it? 2 prize cards. Let's try this out again, shall we? Victini VMAX with Spreading Flames is not a bad idea. Going for this. Victini VMAX. It's not gonna matter in the long run, to be honest. Pokegear. Maybe Marnie is better. Yeah, Marnie is a little bit better in this situation, but we really need to find an energy. We really need to find an energy. So I guess the only way we're gonna be doing stuff is going to be with research, touch of the turn, and Spreading Flames. Yeah, there's only 1 energy in here. It's fine. Okay. How about it? Victini VMAX against the world. So right now he will need a lot of stuff. Also, this guy will need a lot of energies to attack with in the first place. No energies in the discard. Only 1 energy in the discard pile. Okay. Yeah, this is not too relevant. Zacian number 2. Does he have a switch card? Does he have Bronzong? Okay, there's a Marnie coming. Let's hope we draw into an energy. Otherwise, it's gonna be sad. Come on, energies! No energies. We do have the Marnie. Evolution Incense Bronzong. He could manually retreat, I guess. Maybe we should have used the Spreading Flames onto ourselves. Maybe that was a little bit more consistent. Yo, all these energies going away. He could retreat, start poking with this fella. He's only giving up 3 prize cards. Yeah, he is actually giving up 3 prize cards with that. Going to heavy effect, 240, that's crazy. No, it's actually 220, yeah. We need to find some fan of waves and stuff. He doesn't seem to be having anything in hand. Come on, something cool. Energy. We could potentially give him an energy. Evolution Incense. I don't want to Marnie him, by the way, but there's no other thing to do. He doesn't seem to be having anything, so at this point we can just attack. He's gonna knock us out, and then we Marnie him. Is that even a better thing, or do we Marnie right now and have some luck with Crushing Hammers? Huh. Marnie right now, hope of some Crushing Hammers and Fan of Waves. Yeah, that's not actually a bad idea. I think that's the only thing we can do at this point. We don't even find anything. We don't even find anything. That's crazy bad. Yeah, that's crazy bad. 220, he can heal 30. We can do it again. Saucers, like, we give him so many cards. It's crazy. Research on top of it. Like, look at that. If we would have just attacked him, we would have been better off. But we still have access to all of our Crushing Hammers and all of our Fan of Waves. Which is actually not too bad, I guess. Another Duraludon. How is this even possible? How? I don't know how many Aurora energies he has. Ooh, this is also not too shabby, I guess. So many cards in play, like that's crazy. Like this guy has so many cards up in play right now. Look at his hand. Look at that hand. Crushing Hammer time. Even failing. How are we gonna get ourselves out of this one? How? Probably a Marnie is like well suited. Yeah. Oh boy. We need to Marnie here and just hope he doesn't find what he needs. And we still don't have an energy. Ridiculous. You can still just manually retreat and then poke with the Zacian there. We don't find an energy, which is just going to be game. Spreading Flames onto ourselves. Why not? I wonder if he's gonna have something to draw. Probably just a research, metal transfer, all the energies on the Zacian, and then a switch card. Is he playing? How many switch cards did he play already? Only one. Yeah, I think we're just pretty much doomed. Yeah, in the first game, we actually had a lot of great things going for us. And at this situation, he just tries to just establish all the energies onto these Zacians here. Cheryl, well, Aurora energy on top of it. That's crazy. That is just well played. Let's get out of here, man. How was that even? We whiffed out on everything. So sometimes you don't find your hammers, don't find your crushing hammers, even though you play 4 copies of everything. This deck also is like a high risk, high reward in my book. Let's just hope we can actually go first at once. And maybe at that point where we wanted to Marnie, but it didn't want to Marnie. There were so many things we could have done. Maybe I lost the coin flip. Okay. How can we showcase Victini going first when everybody is winning the coin flip? We actually won the mirror match. That's at least something. The opponent did not play an optimal build. Hello. Hello. Hopefully this will be a crazy game. Also, a cool thing about playing Crushing Hammers and Fan of Waves is that against stuff like the Dragapult, you're actually going to be having a fantastic time. And that's also part of the reason that this deck was actually so good. V-Bullet or Spreading Flames. V-Bullet it is. Attachment, Pad to the Peak, attack. We go second, slap just regular 60 damage. Dracozolt, okay. Well, isn't this an interesting matchup? Something you don't see every day. We do have Crushing Hammer, as well as Fan of Waves. Fan of Waves is a little bit better in my opinion. Okay, we do have Boss's Orders. Pad to the Peak is irrelevant since Pad to the Peak is already in play. Thinning out the deck, finding ourselves another Victini. We're gonna be going for Fan of Waves, a touch of the turn, and V-Bullet. 60 freaking damage. All these awkward decks on the versus ladder today. Dracozolt. Huge hand. We literally don't have a Victini VMAX. He's gonna be healing. Okay, this again. Oh no. I know how this is gonna go. He's gonna have all heads because we losing the coin flip every single time. Okay, fine. Attachment again. Whiff out on your VMAX, please. $220. Research. What is all that going? 2 energies, 2 Pokemon Center Lady. Kabu as well. Didn't gonna go for the Kabu. Just wanted to ensure he finds his VMAX. If he doesn't, that would be terrific. Potion. Whoa, what attack is that? Energy cards can be attached from your opponent's hand to defending Pokemon. What? What? Okay, that's not good. Pokegear. A Kabu. Dang it. How many we still have quick balls left, right? I think I'm gonna go Kabu instead, just because of the fact that oof, here's the VMAX. No energies in the discard pile. He could keep going with this attack. During your opponent's next turn can be attached from the hand. During your opponent's next turn, energy cards can be attached to the defending Pokemon. But if we evolve, that actually is removing the effect, right? Yeah, as I figured. Well played. Sorry, Dracozolt. We actually wanted to go first in a match, so we just needed to skip this Dracozolt matchup. Well, wasn't that interesting. Against V Pokemon, you just slap them crazily with 220 freaking damage. And that effect of Dracozolt might be interesting, but as soon as you evolve, the effect goes away. Note that down in your notebooks, fellas. Can we please go first? Come on. Tails! Finally! We go first, rocking the hell, knocking out VMAXs. The format is filled with VMAXs, so and this time around we don't have an energy. Ah! Dang it. How many energies? Only 10 energies in this list. I wonder how this deck actually did so well, because there's so many flaws that I instantly see. Crushing Hammer, nothing. How? How in the world? I know we have Crushing Hammer and Fan of Waves and stuff, but... if we would have gotten an energy, it would have been so much better. I think in this situation, we might actually lose just because we didn't find the first turn energy. We of course can go for a V-Bullet onto an Umbreon. Maybe like Crushing Hammer, Fan of Waves, Evolving, Spreading Flames is an option if we find Quick Ball. Okay, the Single Strike Urshifu VMAX can actually one-hit KO us. Already a Single Strike energy onto it. You could maybe like switch out. Okay, there's a Marnie. Maybe giving us an energy. Imagine us, all these supporters going down to the bottom of the deck is super scary. Okay, luckily we do find one energy. And we're gonna be attaching. We can already go for a V-Bullet, but the problem is he's gonna be able to attack the next turn. In best case scenario, he has 2 single strikes left. That's 220 damage, which still knocks us out. Attachment here. What does the Pokegear provide us? A Kabu. Kabu is probably more interesting than the Marnie here. Didn't do too much. Evolve. And maybe we can find some Fan of Waves and Crushing Hammers to slow him down. Fan of Waves, I'll take it. That means he's not attacking this turn. Super nice. Okay, that's all we did. We have a Victini, we slowed him down. We have Pokemon Catcher as well as Research. We can already poke on the Single Strike Urshifu VMAX. If he has the VMAX, maybe he just waits out. The cool thing is we have Pokemon Catcher Boss's Order, so whatever comes in our way. We also didn't find Path to the Peak, which I found very hilarious. We play 4 offs and then you whiff out on all the most important cards. Cool thing is we have a lot of Fan of Waves to counteract with a Single Strike deck. Even going second, actually even going first, whiffing out on an energy. Okay, our Heat Fire energy going to the bottom of the deck, something that is not too interesting. This is going to be the Marnie party, right? Okay, look at this. Look, this is a nice hand. Single Strike Roar. Putting damage onto the Single Strike Urshifu V. If we find Pokemon Catcher, this should be in the back. If we are able to knock him out, oof, he's gonna go for the Laser Focus. Maybe hopes that we don't find an energy out of the Marnie. That's super risky, man. I probably would have not done that. I would have waited with the Houndoom in the back, setting up a Single Strike Urshifu VMAX, and then, okay, he is going to evolve to the Urshifu VMAX here. Interesting. Okay, our main win con right now is getting rid of all these energies that we can. This one he cannot get back. This one is 3D. Yeah, let's just discard it. Attachment here. Research. Here we freaking go. Path to the Peak. At most, he's able to accelerate like 3 energies. If they're all Single Strike, we might actually be in trouble. So just for that purpose, we're slapping down this Victini V. We also have Pokemon Catcher to knock out some stuff. But this is not too bad, right? Pokemon Catcher the Umbreon. This is interesting. He needs 3 Single Strike energies on him. We have 350, right? Let's go. Max Victory in the house. 220. 4-card hand with Path to the Peak, so no access to Crobat. Only having access to the cards he has in hand. Even if he has something like Quick Ball, it's not gonna matter too much. Damage on here. That's already 260 damage. Another Single Strike. That's 290, 310. We have 350 though. I think we will not get KO'd here. Unless he has some Fan of Waves action going around for himself. And finally we're seeing the power of the disruption part of the Victini VMAX. Okay, 4 energies in total. 2 Single Strikes, that's 310 damage. Luckily, Heat Fire is here to save the day. Another Single Strike Urshifu V. And a Marnie. This Marnie is well appreciated. We actually need energies on this guy ASAP. Okay. Attachment. The V-Bullet can actually finish this guy as well, but we don't have ways to switch out, which is hilarious. We can Marnie or Kabu. Kabu is probably better to just disrupt this guy even further. Evolution Incense. Yeah, probably need to two-shot the VMAXs again. Yeah, Fat to the Peak, Crobat in play. Beat down. We survive. Doesn't even get rid of all of his energies. Attachment here. Kabu. I know Marnie is better, but he only has 2 cards in hand. Evolution Incense on top of it. And I wonder if we should evolve this guy. Probably. Yeah, probably. We're still alive, by the way. Here we freaking go. Kabu is actually not too interesting right now. Let's get rid of it. Quick Ball, finding another Victini. And then knocking out this Urshifu VMAX. Taking 3 freaking prize cards. In the process. If he comes with a VMAX, we need to find all of our Crushing Hammers, all of our Fan of Waves. There's 1 Fan of Waves, that's nice. And Energy is also too interesting. Interesting because we can then attack with Max Victory once again. We'll see. With a 3-card hand, what he does. He can Marnie us again, which could be sad. How many Marnies did he already play, by the way? 3 Marnies. I don't think there's a Marnie coming. How many Single Strike Energies in the discard pile? 2. Single Strike Roar is here. He could finish us off with this guy, by the way. If he has just 1 energy. Doesn't even need the VMAX. Research Marnie. Energy, KO. Yeah, by that time we automatically win because of the high amount of Bulbasaurs. Oh, he does find a Research here. Will he find his VMAX? That is the question. Urn of Vitality. Getting the Single Strike energies back. Does he find an energy? How many energies in here? 2 captures. He researched. If he doesn't find energy, it's probably already game. Unless he has a way to switch out. Maybe with Air Balloon. Okay, he does find the energy. Is going to be able to KO us. But then Umbreon is no match for the power of Victini VMAX. Yeah, we just knock him out. We don't even need the Fan of Waves. But I will go for research so we have a bigger out of fighting Balsa's orders. Yes. This is turning out quite okay. I was actually afraid of like getting W's, but now I understand the disruptive power of Victini VMAX. Here he comes. Boom, the impact blow. And now it's Umbreon against the world, I guess. Okay. Attachment. Quick Ball. Get rid of the Victini V. Finding this Victini. And yeah, let's just research. Don't even need to use Fan of Waves here. Because we're gonna be knocking them out. Crushing Hammers as well. Now it's very, very scary for the opponent. Max Victory. So how can he face off against the Victini VMAX with so much HP, with a lot of boss and Pokemon catcher action? And the Crobat is in play. How many Hondooms in here? No Hondooms in there, okay. He probably might actually gotten the game a little bit if he was not slapping down the Crobat. But on the other hand, if all of his energies were gone, I don't see this working out. How many Urn of Vitalities in there? 2 already. There might potentially be 1 or 2 prize, so you never know that. Yeah, it's working out. Victini VMAX, as mentioned, big shout to MasterLeBui from the Late Night series. First place out of 200 players. Ridiculous. And if you guys are enjoying the content, be sure to let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. It only takes 1 tiny second and helps out the channel tremendously. I appreciate it so much. And while we're at it, this game is almost as good as done. So we might as well talk about our sponsors. PokemonStore.com, the best place for TCGO code cards. You can use that coupon code ZapdosTCG for 5% of your order. Get yourself some codes while yeah, TCG Live is not here yet, because you need of course 125 unopened products on Pokemon TCG Online right now, so you can transfer to TCG Live in style and get all the best crystals. Also stock up on some promo codes like Zacian, Dragapult, Eternatus, all those good things coming our way. And also be sure to check out cardmarket.com. If you're a European player, you can buy and sell cards to people all across Europe. Super solid website if you're a European player. I'm actually going to be giving away a coupon code right now on the screen for €5 for new registrations. Okay, first, before we do that, this is just game. Well played. Didn't even find anything. Lock him out. So as I was saying, I'm going to be giving away a €5 coupon code on screen right now for Card Market. Okay. It's coming on screen right now. So be sure, if you're a newly registered person, be sure to use that code. It's only for one lucky person. Also use the referral name ZapDoesTCG. If you create an account on Card Market, you're going to be helping out so much. Last but certainly not least is yourplaymat.com. If you want to create your own unique custom playmat, you can do so by, of course, clicking the link down below. You're going to get 10% off your complete order and they ship worldwide. So create your new playmat for the new season. I'll see you guys tomorrow with more Pokemon TCG epicness. Again, MasterLeBui, very nicely done with Victini VMAX. Peace.